Hello everyone, this is Patricia and today is Monday and I believe that's the 12th, I'm not sure, but I just finished a little bit of weeding around some flowers and I'll let you know I picked some of my potatoes yesterday. I got 10 pounds and I don't have a whole lot of potatoes planted, but I've got 10 pounds, so I'm thinking if I leave them alone now until middle of September, I am going to have 10 or more pounds. So that's pretty good for the little bit I had planted. And the same as with my beans, because I know I got over 20 pounds of beans in my little tiny 4x8, two 4x8s. So today I've got a cake in the oven. I got to keep checking on that. It's a honey cake, and I've never made it before, so this might have to be a quick one, a quick video, and that's all right. I just thought I'd touch base with you again today. Yesterday was a cooler day here, but today it's another hot one, and I think we're going to get warm weather again all week. Warm is meaning hot. And I just wish I had a pool. Be nice if I had family that had some money, but I don't. And that's the only way. If I don't stay in with the air conditioning, I couldn't survive without it. And I don't know how people did years ago. Maybe we don't have as hot of weather. I know that years ago they used to have famines, dry spells, and they lost gardens and all their crop. But I'm pretty happy with my beans and my potatoes now, and if that's pretty well all I get, I've gotten tomatoes and just with my 2 tomato plants, and I'm just going to leave my corn alone. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I have picked mint and what else? I picked my Swiss chard yesterday and got a small, well, it's a large Ziploc bag full, so that will be a meal. So that's, you know, if you had to go buy it, that's $2 or $3. So it was just somebody had given me a packet of seeds, and I planted them in a little planter bowl, and that's what I got. If I had them in the ground, they would have grown bigger, but that's all right. I am thankful for what I have and for what I've gotten. Today I just wanted to, for anybody out there that has had breast cancer, I don't know what drugs you were on, and I don't know if you had to have chemo or if you had to have radiation. Again, on my other video, I shared this at the age of 53, and before I'll go back some. At the age of 22, I had been wanting to have children. We had been married when I was 18, so at the age of 21 to 22, I found out that I had to have an ovary and a half removed because of tumors, and then I was hopeful, the doctor was hopeful, that I would be able to conceive children. My husband was fine with his test, so it was because of my tumors. And with that being said, 3 months later, after 5 pathologists looked at my cells, they contacted my gynecologist and told me that if I conceive and have a child, at this point I would probably die, or the baby would die, or both of us. My husband and I really didn't want to have it, but I knew I probably should. My husband really wanted me to, and so at the age of 21 or 22, I had my hysterectomy. So when you have a hysterectomy at that age, you go into menopause, which I did, and for over 30 years, like 31 years, I think I was on Premarin. And with that drug, I was told as well later on through the years by my doctor that it could cause cancer and it could cause heart problems. I could have a heart attack. Now, why do they put you on these drugs is beyond me. Why not just say go off them? Because Premarin just took my body completely out of whack, and I was extremely hot, just like I was on my cancer drugs years later from having breast cancer. So needless to say, when I turned 53, I had breast cancer on my right side. They took out the tissue that was to check it, and what she thought looked not right. And yes, it was stage 2 aggressive. And let me think. And when I was 60, when I was 60, golly, it was 4 years ago. When I was 66, I had it again and had to have my breast removed. Now, the first time she took the biopsy, she was going to take both breasts, and I said no. But I was on I was on radiation, which I'll never do again, and I was on cancer drugs, letrozole, and tamoxifen, I guess I was on first for about 10 years. And then they had me on letrozole for another 5 years, and they had told me I needed to be on it for another 5 to 7, possibly. I talked to my surgeon in where I had it done, and I told her, would you please contact the oncologist and tell them I'm not staying on these drugs anymore. So I went off, though. So having breast cancer, so that was the second time and third time I had cancer. My doctor always told me that he worried about me, that I'd get cancer again, but I haven't worried about it. I've saw family members die with cancer, 2 of them, Edith, my sister, Dad, my brother, Dad, my father, come on, Patricia, and I believe John, my brother, which I found that had passed away the same year my sister died, 2 months later, October, November, 2 months later. So anyway, I have faced cancer. I have watched others die with cancer, having, the chemo and real hard chemo, and they didn't last long at all. So I have warned my husband that if I can't talk for myself, I am not having any more radiation, and I will not take chemo. So if you have had breast cancer or any other cancers, please write to me. Send me a message here. I would love to hear from you. And let's get some likes on here. If you watch any of my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I don't know who out there that has gone through some of the things that I've gone through, but I just love to share and be a help to anybody else that's going through these times. Not being able to have children grieved me. It grieved my body. I wanted a family of 6. Yes, I adopted, and I raised a daughter as my own from the time of almost 8 years old. But it still grieves your body if you're a woman, unless you don't want children at all. And I absolutely wanted children to love and to be loved, and I wanted to be the best mother. And a lot of times, girls, we do our best, and we think we're doing our best, but we still make mistakes. And we find out down the road that we've made those mistakes, and I'm sorry for every one of mine. And we can't go back and change it, but we can move forward and we can do what's right. We can be loving and kind to each other. And when you're raising your children, listen, help them get their homework done, help them stay off the TV to do things they need to get done, because their schooling is so important. And I believe it is. And spending that time with them, encouraging them. And you have a good day. I best go check my cake, and I'll let you know what it looks like and what it tastes like. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.